Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing our longer readings from February 19th through March 20th for my Leos. Hello, my Leos. Well, the longer readings are kind of like your chapters, where the shorter readings are more like the paragraphs of life. But because they're the longer readings, I use 4 decks of cards. I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards for that main message. I then ask John Holland Psychic Tarot cards for kind of clarification. I go then for advice from my Osha Zen Tarot cards, and then I finish up with Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, and infused the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like. Leave the rest, okay? So we're doing something a little different. I was asked by one of my subscribers, that she didn't see a lot of readers. I don't know if she saw any that actually would that would read for the astrological sign in whatever the astrological season is. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be reading for Leo. Okay, that card just kind of flipped over. I don't know what it is. It was reversed. We're going to be reading for Leo in Pisces season. And that's going to be from the 19th of February through the March 20th. Now, a couple of things about Pisces season you need to know. Well, actually, we're going to step back a little bit further. This is the 17th of February. Mercury goes retrograde. Now, remember, Mercury retrograde is communications, electronics. I really think of it as the universe trying to put things put things right, but it can still be very jarring, okay? It can still be very much like, oh my gosh, what are we doing, Mercury retrograde? So it's not a good time to buy electronics either. So, and then 14 days before and 14 days after it goes direct, there is a shadow. So that's kind of like Mercury retrograde light. Now, then February 19th, we go into Pisces season. Pisces season is the end of the astrological year. So then that would bring us to March 20th. March 20th starts Aries season, fire sign, and it also starts the astrological year. Okay, then the 23rd of February is the new moon, and that will be in Pisces. Now we go from the full moon that was on the 9th of February in Leo, 8th, 9th of February in Leo, through to the 23rd. So that's the waning moon. That's where you push things away, get rid of things. New moon to the full moon, waxing moon, and you request. And then the full moon will be in Virgo. Virgo in itself is earth energy. It's going to be right before Mercury goes direct on the 10th. So Virgo's going to kind of pull a little bit of that, that static energy that I shouldn't say static, that static, I should say, that Mercury's doing. It's going to ground it. It's going to ground it a little bit more so, okay? I said the 10th, Mercury goes direct. You still have that 14-day window, and then, like I said, March 20th, Aries season starts. Now, I'll post things. I'll post things on my Facebook, and I'll post things on the community page, to let you know, any articles that I think are of value to you. Okay, so one card has fallen out. Pulling out the other 2 cards. Remember, I'm an intuitive channeler, and what that means is I open myself up to my higher power spirit, and whatever the message is that needs to come out, it comes out. 3 cards are face down. The first 2 are reversed, and that means pay attention. Here we go. First card for my Aries. I'm sorry. Whoa. No, Aries is on the 20th. First card for my Leos in Pisces. Here we go. This is the King of Fire. Okay, this looks like it's going to be a really good energy for you. Pisces looks like it's going to get you going. And, and again, I talk about that Mercury retrograde. It happens all the time. We know how to work with this, okay? We know how to do this. But again, this is that time that, maybe it's because we had that full moon in Leo on the 9th of February, and that's going to be pushing through and pushing us forward, Leos, because yes, I'm a Leo too. But I feel that when Mercury goes retrograde, and even if we're in the the foreshadow of it now, the shadow of it now, I feel like it's like the puzzles, those puzzles where the kids and they're the little pieces and they've got the little sticks on them and you go, oh, there goes that. It's like the universe is putting a lot of things back in place for us. Okay. It's like, Leos, this is that time for you to be professional. This is that time for you to go after whatever it is that you're wanting to go after. Now, there have been Mercury retrogrades where I said, don't start anything new because it'll be undone. I'm not feeling that so much with this one. I'm feeling that it's going to be a very positive time, and it's probably because of that Leo full moon. So, King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Now, that thing about focusing, yes, this will be, so, excuse me, that will be something that Mercury could be affecting quite a bit. Remember, Mercury brings things from the past back into your life. It could be relationships of any kind. A relationship is that job, career, work. It could also be a personal, interpersonal, intimate. It could also be family. Okay, but they bring it back. Now, it doesn't mean that, so sometimes though it's like it comes back into your life, but it's not exactly the same as it was. So if you had, if there was if you had a wrong, say that there was a job that you were in or a relationship with a person that you were in, that person can come back into your life and possibly, it's very hard to do at this time and with communications with Mercury, possibly admit that you were wronged. Okay? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it helps you back when that happened, but it could possibly help to heal some wounds as you go forward. Okay? That for whoever needed to hear that. So, advice from someone creative. Your next card again reversed, and here we have the Two of Fire. So Pisces season looks like it's going to be really positive for you, my Leos. Okay? Again, it's that passionate, burning energy. Aries, yours, and Sagittarius. And you've come into your own new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. And whenever I see contracts, yes, get a second pair of eyes. But it's still saying to you, move forward. Keep moving forward. Keep your eye on the prize. Okay, my Leos, keep your eyes on the prize. Go forward. Don't, this is, I feel like you're, like you're riding forward and you're on your horse and you're like, I am moving forward and nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to stop me. Okay. Last card. Here we go. The Eight of Air. Air energy is our Gemini. It's our Libra. It is our Aquarius energy. This is about your thought processes. It could be about hearing news. This is Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, those thoughts that come into your head. But this is about, you've got all this really positive energy pushing you forward, and yet at the same time, you may not feel like you're going fast enough, okay? You may not feel like things are moving fast enough for you. You may feel like as you are moving forward, there's somebody holding you back. Remember, so the full moon is when I tell you to release, relinquish, and request, and that release is release what's holding you back. I feel like that is what but you remember, the full moon to the new moon is waning. So you have to just wait this out a little bit. Keep going, keep moving forward. You've got these wonderful King of Fire and Two of Fire saying, keep moving forward. This is more your brain playing a little bit with you because keep moving forward, okay? This is an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. So, you may be offered something really wonderful and you're just kind of like, do I have the abilities? Again, that thing that I was coming, whatever that was, maybe it's not necessarily that person that comes to you that wronged you. Maybe it's just that the situation opens up again and you're kind of like, oh my gosh, last time I tried this, I had so many people, I had to pull the knives out of my back because so many people were stopping me. this, so you've got to kind of let go of that thought process, okay? Because you've got really strong energy from the King of Fire, Two of Fire pushing you forward, and that's your energy, okay? So, let go of that past, and Mercury retrograde's a great time to do that. Let go of those thoughts. If you find yourself in a similar situation, you're just going to deal with it differently, okay? One card just kind of flew out. Let's go John Holland's Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. Because, you've come into your own, new partnerships. Things are moving forward for you. Now, it is something that you really feel very passionate about. It's just, don't listen to anybody else too. Don't let some negative Nellies, get into your headspace, okay, or into your energy. And keep it positive. Here we go. John Holland, Psychic Tarot, and Oracle cards for clarification for my Leos. Here we go. The throat chakra. 5s are about change. Now, chakras, you can look these up on the internet to learn a little more, but they're energy sources. And from the heart down is to the root, to the base, is more your natural chakras. But from the heart, yes, and up to your crown is more the spiritual. The throat is about speaking out, is about you. Maybe it's verbalizing some of your fears, but maybe it's also and this is hard, but my Leo, sometimes you feel like some people talk over you. And this is where you just have to, you have to take the reins and you have to speak it out, okay? And, this is not necessarily saying to be careful about your words. This is saying speak it out. You need to be heard. You need to push this forward, okay? Now, next card, reversed, intuition, okay? So here we have that, that new moon, we're in that, that full moon with Leo. This is that, listening to your gut, knowing. Okay, it's about listening to your gut and not so much your head, okay? Knowing what to do because you've done it before. Doing it because you've done it before. Stop overthinking and feel. Stop, many times over we talk about, I talk about the, the brain, the mind, the heart, and the spirit, intuition here. So it's like, you have to have a balance. Some of this time, especially with the 8 of air, it's like we're too much in our heads. We're too worried about what other people are thinking and not doing what we're being paid to do. I don't know who that was for, but what you're paid to do, what you accepted, you need to do it. Okay. Hope that made sense to someone out there. Here we go. Memories of love. This is very much a reflective type of energy. So, again, you know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do. Do it. Do it. Okay? Let's go on. Any words of advice for my Leos from my Osha Zen tarot cards? Any words of advice during Pisces season? So in that memories of love, there could also, in that memories of love, be a little bit of romanticism there. So you might be, again, you might be thinking, you might not be seeing things as clearly, but I feel too, I don't feel it's so much that, but I have to say that anyway. I think it's just kind of like you're kind of coming into your place where you need to be. You needed to do this. So, did you get a job? Did you start a job? The King of Fire and Two of Fire is pretty much in that. Did you get a promotion? Are you doing what you're, is your passion being rekindled? So, these are some of the energies that are going to be going on with Pisces for you. 1, 2, and 3. 3 cards face down. Let's see what we have. First card, consciousness. Consciousness. Interesting energy here. Okay. Again, consciousness is kind of like, it kind of goes with that intuition. It's kind of like being aware. It's like, I feel like this is where you're walking two pathways, okay? It's like you're walking in that natural, but you're also walking in that supernatural. And you have to bridge the two, okay? Because there's going to be things that you just know that you need to do, that you need. You know the answers. But again, it's like long division, okay? I don't know. People, this is old school now. This is when long division, and you knew, okay, here, that, so something divided by something equals something. And then the teacher says, show your work. And you're like, oh, not show my work. You know the answer. I know the answer. So it's like short division versus long division. And this is where you have to show your work. You're getting things done, but you still have to show your work. Okay? Whoever that, yeah. Here we go. Next card is the dream. The dream is very, very similar to the memories of love. So if there's something that you've been wanting, if there's something that you've been thinking about, this is that time period. Pisces is kind of for you a dream type of energy too. So this is, not only is this something that you need to, not only is there going to be this passion, it's also, what is it that you've been dreaming of? What is it that you've been wanting? What is it? Now, and sometimes dreams can be very unrealistic, but without dreams, without hope, where are we? So this could be between that memories of love, the intuition, the King of Fire, the Two of Fire, consciousness. It could be a resurgence of this dreamlike energy. You could be actually working towards that dream, okay? And I feel like this is saying to you, my Leos, don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on them. I think we had a couple of weeks ago where it said, continue to go forward. Okay, your last card here. Okay, experiencing. So here we have, the consciousness. You have to walk between the two, the natural and the supernatural. Experiencing is also about, is about staying in the present. Okay? Don't necessarily, even though Mercury retrograde wants to bring back some of the past to you, or put you in situations that you're like, wow, I feel like I've done this before, which is actually going to work well for you because it's going to be, you know how to do this, whatever this is. But then the Eight of Air gets your mind going and you get worried. So this is like, simmer down, stay in the present. Don't think too far into the future, and don't live in that past. Okay, so interesting energy for you. But what I'm going to get out of this the most is to have some dreams, my Leos, and don't worry about, with Mercury retrograde. I feel like it's still pushing you forward, and I feel like it's pushing you forward into your passions. And I feel like there's going to be some dreams. Some dreams could be coming true for you. I feel like you're going into that I feel like Pisces is really going to be a good energy month for Leos. Okay, let's go ahead now. Last cards, Archangel Power Tarot cards. Again, Radley Valentine, 1, 2, and 3. 3 cards face down. The second and third are reversed. So strong energy. Here we go. The Two of Michael. Okay, Two of Michael, air energy again, that thought process thing. And this goes along with that illusion of being trapped. This kind of brings in those dreams and that intuition. This brings in some of that throat chakra. This brings it all in, kind of saying, make some decisions. Are you going to go for that dream? Are you going to stay where you're at? You'll feel better once you make a decision about it, okay? So what is that decision? Is that about that job? Is that about that, whatever that new relationship is? Is it about an old relationship? Are you leaving something to go forward to something? But again, this is about clearing your brain, clearing your mind, okay? See, and also I feel seeing things in the reality, not so much what you're imagining, okay? Okay, so it will all be better if you just make a decision. Overanalyzing a problem, find a compromise. So, because you've got really good energy here, don't let your mind stop you from dreaming, okay? Your next card, reversed, here we go, the Wheel, okay, the Wheel. And again, I know that this is Mercury retrograde, but things are moving forward for you. Tens, transitional numbers, 1 + 0, 1, new beginnings, all of this. Archangel Jeremiah, this is about new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. So Pisces season for you, my Leos, is going to be positive. It's going to be pushing you forward. It's going to be just your mind. And remember, that's part of that Mercury retrograde that's kind of making you really kind of overthink things too much, okay? But again, let's read it again. New beginnings, end of delays, a change of direction that offers happiness. Remember, there's something going on with Uranus too, and also that full moon in Virgo where it grounds you a little bit. So there might be some more energy with that too, pulling you together. But you might be doing something you've never done before. And again, but yet at the same time with your intuition, with what we've been talking about, you're going to be like, I have done this before. It's just maybe not in this environment. Okay? Does that make sense? So that could be very much about a work situation. So say that you're very detail oriented and they take you from one type of a position, put you in the other, but you need to have that detail. You need to still be detail oriented. And you're like, even though this is out of my comfort zone, even though this is not quite what I'm used to, I've done this before, okay? Come to terms with that. Okay, here we go. Your last card, again reversed, and here we have the Emperor, Archangel Uriel, and this is about stay in the game, keep your head on straight, get organized, do the stuff you need to do. Stay, again, with the experiencing, take one day at a time. This is very much this energy for you is very much one day at a time, because you have Archangel Jeremiah pushing you forward. You will be going forward. The universe keeps pushing you forward. It is pulling you and pushing you to that better place. But in order for you to handle it, because sometimes that supernatural is really overwhelming. You have to stay and you have to just say, okay, for today, this is what I'm going to do. Okay? Now, the Emperor is Archangel Uriel. Stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans, things moving for you. That wheel, the Emperor, moving forward. So we start with the King of Fire, Two of Fire, which is, again, things going forward, seems to be more in that work energy, but it could be any of those. And then we end with the Wheel and Emperor, again, moving forward. So things moving forward. Don't be too alarmed with Mercury retrograde. I do feel that for many of the Leos, it will be putting things in a better place for you. Okay? Okay. So, my Leos, if you enjoy my readings, please remember to like, and subscribe. But as always, my Leos, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.